Hi everybody, June here from Red Daisy Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator located in San Antonio, Texas. And I am very glad to be here today and spend some time with you. I've got a couple of alternate projects ready to show you today using the paper pumpkin with love and gratitude. And I don't know if you remember, but this is the box. Let me just switch this up a bit. But here we have the box, and we're going to go ahead and play with some of these elements today. I've got a few projects planned. This is one that I have planned, and here is the other one for today. So I have two cards to play around with you guys and make some alternates, and I'm looking forward to spending this time. So if you have any questions, if you're going to join me, please leave a comment. Tell me who's with me and chat along, and we're just going to have some fun. And I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm just going to check my channel to make sure that everything's working fine. Looks like it is. Yep, looks like everything is going as it needs to there. So I am going to get us started. I'm just going to put us all the way down to the table so that you get the closest view. And there we go. And see about some of this light. I think maybe that's a little bit better. We got some rain today, so it's not as bright outside, but we're super thankful for getting that rain. So please say hi in the chat and tell me who's here. Like I said, we're going to play around with two cards today, and I am going to start out with this one here. As you can see, this is the card we're talking about today for this. Hey, hello everybody. Good to see you. And I'm just going to get a couple of things out of the box. So we need some dimensionals. And we're going to need one of the bigger gold leafy items from the kit. So we've got that now. And then we need that other branch that's in the kit as well. So I think that is everything I need from the box to get us started. So last week when we were together, I think I mentioned to you that I used the Distressed Tile 3D embossing folder, and I'm using it again today. I'm actually really loving this embossing folder a lot, and so we're going to use it, and we're going to mount it onto some wild wheat, and you can see, like, it's just so pretty, isn't it? And then we're going to use Mossy Meadow as the card base. Okay, and so we have our card base. It's 4 1/4 by 11 inches, and this piece here is 5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. And actually this is, where's my ruler? Oh my goodness. Let me just tell you correct the first time. So yeah, this one is 5 inches by 3 3/4. Okay. But the wild wheat piece, I made it about 1/8 of an inch greater. So the width is 3 7/8, and the height of it is 5 1/8. Okay. And so that gets us, that allows us to have just a small border around the very vanilla that we're using. So so that's kind of set up. Then we have this little piece here and this little piece here. What are we going to do with that? what are we going to do? So I'm bringing in the Elegant Edge Tag Topper. And I am going to use that to punch. Whoops, I had a little avalanche of things. I cannot find the container for that, and so it's in the way. Okay, so we have this little piece of wild wheat, and it is 2 inches. It's 2 inches wide, okay, and I've cut it at about 2 3/8 inch. So I'm going to take the 2-inch end of it and stick it into the punch, and we're going to punch down on that. So we'll have this cute little tag, in a sense, that we're going to use to put our sentiment on this card base. And so as you can see here, what I've done, I've just added that with some dimensionals. So we have that piece that's going to be going right on here like that. And then this piece we're going to stamp on. And I want to get just a piece of paper to put underneath my page, because we're going to have a larger stamp that we're going to be working with. And so I'm going to bring in the Mossy Meadow ink, and we'll stamp off, but we're going to use the big leaf stamp that comes in the kit. Hi everybody, how are you doing today? Please say hi in the comments so I know you're here. I think my green needs to be re-inked, but we're going to stamp off because we want a much lighter color coming in. And we're just going to come on the top part of this piece. And then we're going to do that again. And now we're going to come again on here like this. Now that I did not stamp off. Now I'm going to have to turn it over and start over. All right. Now you know how it's going today, right? All right, so we stamped off. So now let me put this on here like that. And then we have to remember to stamp off again. I know y'all love it whenever we make mistakes on screen, because that's just so fun. All right, so now I am coming in here, and now we have that piece. Okay, that's what I was trying to get to, is having just a little bit of the greenery around the top and the bottom, because we're going to stamp thank you using the Pebbled Path ink. We're going to stamp thank you in that middle section. And the thank you is just slightly bigger than 2 inches. Is that? Oh, sorry, this is not 2 inches. This is 1 1/4 by 1 3/4. So it's just a tad larger than 1 1/4. So we're going to do it a bit at a diagonal like this, and it seems to fit perfectly there. And I was just making sure I was in the camera because I wasn't paying attention. So there we have it. So now we have that little piece, ooh, my mess up side, and this good side, where we just have the little thank you. And I just think that looks so sweet on there. So that is that piece, and it's going to get adhered right to that piece right there. Okay. And then we're going to bring in the elements from the kit, the gold leafing here and here. And then this is going to just cover it up. Maybe we will move that in a little bit and not put it on the edge. I'm kind of thinking I like that. I didn't think about it earlier, but I kind of like it. And we get to make a change, don't we, if we want to, because we're going to pop that up. I think that would look really nice. Anybody want to give me their opinion? The modified version or the original version? Does anybody have a comment? I'm gonna take a drink and see if anybody gives me a comment. You love it? Thank you. Thank you. I think we'll modify it. Okay. Thank you. I love it when you guys comment and play along. All right, so we're going to put this together. And I also have, because I did not do it for the other card, I have an inside liner. So I also want to do some stamping on here. So let me just get that done real quick before we start to put everything together. So this is the piece for the inside, and I'm going to do this at full strength. I really love how this mossy meadow green looks with this stamp image. I just think it's so pretty. And I guess, eucalyptus, if this is a eucalyptus leaf, this is how I see them, very dark and rich colors. So we're just gonna bring that in here and give the inside of the card just a little bit of fun. So we have that. All right, so I'm going to move these things out of the way, move our ink. And I'm going to want to bring in the blossoming pearls to this as well. So let's go ahead and put this down on the inside of our card. And just using the multi-purpose liquid glue, you know how much I love that, right? So thanks for watching today. It's been a little bit of a hectic weekend. I'm doing a couple of shopping events online, and they're going really well, I think. And but it's also a little hectic as a result, not my usual day. And so I am just getting things wrapped up, I think, for one of them. The other one goes still into the week, but my part's kind of done. They were very different vendor events, and I'm just, trying a lot of different things as I, continue to figure out where I fit in this world. And so it's been a lot of fun. So here we go. Now, this time I'm gonna put the leaves down first, because I felt like last time I did not get my things in the right place. So, and I am gonna use just a little bit of liquid glue on the back of here, because with the embossing folder that I used, it's a 3D one, and so not everything will glue or stick down as well. And so I want to use a liquid glue so that it, actually goes down into the grooves of the embossing of the paper. I hope that makes sense. When you emboss it, it makes ridges into the paper. And so just something on the top surface, like a glue dot or whatever, doesn't necessarily give you as good adhesive. And so by using the liquid glue, it'll hold and form into that base. And so now I'm just going to put a little bit on here. And I'm putting a dimensional at this very end of here because I want it to be lifted up slightly. So that's going to go like this. So as you can see, I'm not overlaying them as much. I want to see more of that gold out, so that it's not so hidden. I really like that. And then this piece we're going to put on right here. But let's glue down our little sentiment first. There's my boo-boo side. But that's okay. It turned out great. Because you can always flip the paper over, right? There's always something we can do to improve or fix what we think might be a boo-boo. So we're going to just add this one right here with some dimensionals. And that's going to be our card. That's a quick one, I think. A quick one for sure. And so we got 3 dimensional covers here to remove. And then we're going to put this down right here like that. And then we have all the different layers. So this is raised up down here, but it's really only one layer of dimensionals. And so there's the card. What do you think? I think it's really pretty. I like it. It's soft. And then we have the inside. It's soft but rich. You know what I mean? I just really like it. So let's add some gems because I have the blooming pearls out. And I feel like, you know, we got to add something more. So I used the gold on here. I was thinking we might try this green for this one just to see what we think. Or maybe we'll stick with the gold. Maybe we'll stick with the gold. It's so pretty. I think I wanted to put one on here. And then we'll put one down here. And put another large one down here. And put one right here. And let's see. Where will we go? Where will we go? I think I'll put it over here. All right, so there we have it. I like the extra little gold on here, and this really pretty card. I would be delighted to receive that by somebody saying thank you. So there's our 2 cards. I do like the revised version better. It's just a little bit of a better layout, I think, not as all on one side. So, all right, so that was our first card. So let me put the blooming pearls away. We may get them back out, but we'll put them away for now. So that brings us this card, and this is a very simple card. But what I really like about it is this could be a masculine card and a feminine card. It's just very simple. And again, I think it's, you know, both of these cards are somewhat similar in that I am using that embossing folder again on here, but I have taken pieces from the box. I'm using the paper from the box, and I will show you how I cut that just so that you can see how I cut it with my trimmer. So I really try, oops, upside down. I really tried to keep this a little bit less complicated, okay? So I'm literally going to cut the flap off, and I might be just a tad up on here. I'm going to probably cut just a smidge of this off here as well. But I just think it gave it a clean edge then, no question of where it's going to, you know, fall. And then I took the bottom of here, and I really wanted 5 inches, okay? And I can see like I'm a little bit, maybe a centimeter. It's like a centimeter difference. And so I just cut those straight off there. But look what I have like a little bitty notch here. And you'll see I end up using that. Okay, I end up using that piece. So then what I did was I one of the sides is glued together, as you can see right here. I just came along and really just pulled this apart, you know. I am just going so easily here. I find this makes it the easiest, to be honest. And then so then I just was able to pull it apart, okay, and have this nice big strip. And so what I ended up doing is I took this off and then I measured my 3 3/4 inches. And so as you can see, I have that little notch right there. And then I used the same, I made it line up the same way over here. So I had a notch in the same spot. And so that's how I took the bag apart. And I just thought it would be helpful for you to see that. So now I'm going to have 2 of these. I think we'll use those next week when I come back with more card designs. So how's everybody doing this Sunday? How's the weather where you are? Tell me what's happening while we put this card together. All right, so we have another card base that's 4 1/4 by 11 inches. It's scored at 5.5. You know, that's pretty much my standard. And this piece is, I believe, 5 inches. No, 5 1/8 inches by 3 7/8 inches. And then again, this piece is 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And I love that the embossing just really takes out any other marks that might have been from folding or scoring that the bag already had. And so this is going to go up here like this. And so let's just put this down. Again, I'm using the multi-purpose liquid glue, and it's my favorite, but you really need something like this when you have a 3D embossing piece of paper, because you want it to get adhered properly. So we're just putting that down. I feel like I've got a little bit. Oh, there we go. Felt like it was on one end a little bit more than another. So now it looks pretty good. So we've mounted that on some Lost Lagoon, and we have a Pebble Path card base. So that's going to go right here. Okay. Now, as you can see, I have this little notch right here, and I wanted some twine. Like, I'm missing twine out of the catalog. And so I took the white twine that we do have in the catalog, and I used my my blends marker, and I colored it. So as you can see, I have it now. It's got little white flecks in it, but for the most part, it's now Lost Lagoon. And so I'm literally going to just wrap it around there, and nobody's going to know about that notch anymore whenever I'm done, because it will be covered up by the twine. So there we have that. And like I said, I'm missing twine, the different styles and colors. I know we have all the neutrals, but I just really, I like twine. It's not too bulky and all that kind of stuff. So there we have it. All right, so that's going to go like that. Let me just see if I can fix some of these pieces. They're not so bunched up. So I'm just trying to separate it a little bit, give it more character. Okay. And then this will go down with some glue, but let's put this other piece on first. So I am just putting this on, but you can see it's a little short because the envelope, so this came from the envelope, and I'll show you how we took that apart next week. But basically, this is a little bit short, and I have this piece, which is from the card itself that's in the kit. And so I'm going to measure this. I'm going to do this one a little bit different than I did the first one. And I'm going to trim this off at the same width. Okay. Just like that. So this one I did like on the diagonal. I don't love it as much. So we're just changing that up a bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this apart just like that. And then this is going to go right here on this side. And so we'll put that down. And this is how you can make it appear as if it is long enough for what you're doing. So this just goes right here like that. Okay. And then we're going to put this piece on this other side like this. I'm going to flip this around a bit. And so I'm just lining it up with the edge of the paper, making sure it's straight. You know, with liquid glue, you can kind of move things around a bit. And so as you can see now, I have that little gap in there. And so we're just going to come along and put this over it, just like that. And I just think it's going to make it really classy looking. It's going to look like a little belt around it. And I just think, you know, it just makes it perfect. So there we have that. Okay. So now we're going to glue this down to the card base, and I like to put some glue on the twine that we're putting on, just so that it gets adhered down good when it dries. And got a little on my finger. And so we're just, you know, making sure this is even on all four sides. So we're just holding this down. I appreciate everybody watching today. Thank you. And if you have any questions, just put them in the comments. And all right, so that's that. And then we need out of the box. So I'm getting the box one more time. I need one of the labels. I didn't get that out. So we're going to use that. And that's going to go right here. So it'll be a little bit different than this card, right? But I'm going to put it over on this side. And I think that will be just fine. And then we'll add some of the pearls, the blooming pearls. Okay, so we got to stamp a sentiment. So I put grateful for you. Do I want to do that? Or maybe I'll do with love and gratitude. I think I'll do with love and gratitude on this one. And let's use the Lost Lagoon for this. So we're going to come in here and get Lost Lagoon on this, and we are going to center it right there. And hi everybody, thanks for joining. Thanks for all the hellos and everything. Yeah, awesome. And so today is a little bit of a quick day, I think. And you know, sometimes I'm here and the projects just take a little bit longer. These are pretty simple today, but with a little bit of cardstock, look what you can do with your paper pumpkin. I love that, right? All right, so this is going to go here, and I'm going to put it towards the top, just like that. And then we're going to bring in the pearls, and we're going to use the ones that are the bluish colored ones like the Lost Lagoon. Well, I guess they're really like a teal. So I'm gonna put one here, and I'm gonna put one up here, and then I'm gonna put one down here, just like that. All right, so that's that. Now I want to put a piece on the inside. So I am thinking that we could use the leaf again and put that on. I just like that. I like the stamp a lot. Let me just clean this off, and we'll do that. If you're not familiar with the chamois, this is just like a foam chamois that we use to clean our stamps, and you might be new to that. So where's my paper I want to get so I can not be making a mess on my grid paper. All right, and so we're just going to come in down here with the Lost Lagoon, and then we'll do another one up here like this. And there we have that. That'll go on the inside of our card. I like the Lost Lagoon with the pebbled path. I think it's a nice color combination, especially if you needed a mail card. So we're just going to put some glue on the back of here and get this glued down. You can always come back in later if you wanted another sentiment and add it. It is flat, so you could always stamp again on here if you decided you wanted to go ahead and put a stamped greeting, but there's plenty of room here for you to write a sentiment. And so there are those two cards, and I do like it better with that flat straight across, not the diagonal piece. I don't know if you can see that very well, but I do think I like that better. And so we have those pieces. So I have one other thing I was going to share with you. It's really just a little bit of a technique I think is kind of fun. And so I did cut the card that is in the kit down to 2 inches. So this is a full card. And then I basically scored like 1/8 of an inch on each side of the middle score line. Okay. And so I used that, what did I call it? The Elegant Edge Tag punch. I used that. I'm not going to show you that part, but I wanted to show you like these pumpkins. So as you can see, there's pumpkins, kind of layered on here. And what I did was I used some of our masking paper. And so I have one mask already cut, but I was going to show you. So this masking paper, it's very thin. It's a very thin piece of paper adhesive. So there's adhesive on here. So I had stamped this already and started to cut it out, but I thought I would just finish it with you guys and show you how to use this masking paper. It is in the main annual catalog. I want to make sure you can see this. And I'm having to get very close to the image because you want, when you use the masking, for it to really layer on top of the actual image. And what you're able to do then is to layer things without any obstructions in front of it, so it looks more realistic to the layering process. And so I thought it would be fun to kind of show you that today. And all I did was make a little bit of a treat holder with you know, that punch. I mean, you've probably seen that 100 times. And if you haven't, you can leave me a comment and I'll show you next week how to do that. But just trying to keep this really simple today since I have some other activities going on. But so that is, this is in the catalog. And I was just looking here if I could. Well, I'll put it in the comments because I haven't really put much in the comments so far, and so I'll put in the comments where you can find it and its exact name for you after the video. So then this paper just peels off, and then you have sticky. Okay. And so I have 2 of them because I thought it would be fun to see how this would work on a larger piece of cardstock. So I had this, you know, like to make another one of those little treat pouches. But basically, I wanted to see how this would work on here. So I'm going to get, I was using pumpkin pie. You know, for some pumpkins, like you gotta have pumpkin pie for pumpkins, right? And so I'm getting my stuff. I want my at my little messy sheet to play with. And so basically, you're just gonna come in with your ink and you're gonna stamp off, all right? And so I am just going to put, I'm going to put one down right here. Okay. And then you can come in with your mask and you just layer this on top of it. Okay. And so you just put that down just like that. All right. So you see I've got the mask on there just covering up what I just stamped. All right. So now I'm going to come in again and I didn't press down as hard. So now I'm going to just change the direction of my pumpkin, and I'm going to put this one on right next to it. Okay. And so when I pull this up, you can see that it's behind it. Can you see that? And then I put this back on right here like that. Let's get it in the right spot. Okay. And now I have my second mask. All right. And I put that on, which is here. And I just have to layer it up right. All right. That's right here. Yep. And so then I can come in and we'll do this on full strength just so you can see what I mean. Then we'll come in with the full strength one here. And we'll just do a quick tap off of one here. So now we are able to do 2 that time. And so these can come off again and again. And so now we are building our pile of pumpkins. And we could just keep going and going on this, which I plan to keep going. And but I just thought, you know, it's something we've not really looked at, and I do really love trying different techniques, and I thought it'd be fun to do this with you guys and just, you know, play around with this. Let me get this on here. Now I'm covering up these 2 over here, right? And let me just move this up. Oh, I've already made a mess on my paper. I don't know why I worry about it, but there I do. I'm going to change the direction of this, and we're just going to put one down right there. Okay. And then I'm going to stamp off a little bit again, and this one's going to go right here. Yes, it's masking paper. Don't you love it? I love it. And so there you have that one. So now we're building our pile of pumpkins. And so you have to get really close. You know, right on, really, when you cut it out, you have to get really close so that you are not, you know, messing it up. Let's see here if I can get this one lined up. And there we go. Yep. So I'll put one right there. And I'm going to put this one down full strength. And I'm not touching the one below it. I'm not touching the one below it because there could be spaces between these pumpkins. And so now look at our pile of pumpkins. Now that's a pile of pumpkins. All right, so we will figure out what we're going to do with this, and you may see it next week. I will finish it up and show it to you guys next week, but it's always so fun to be with you guys, and I just thank you so much for always showing up and sharing this time. And we made two really cute cards today, and so these are our two alternatives this week. And then I showed you this little pouch for, I think a Ghirardelli chocolate would fit perfect inside of here, if I remember correctly, just a little bit sticking out. But I just think this would be so cute. You know, it's also good for a table or just to pass off to the waiter that took care of you at lunch, correct? And, you know, everything about what we do is about, you know, sharing our love for crafting and just paying it forward. So thank you for being here and have a great week. Have a good weekend. And I will see you next week. Bye-bye.